Hello everyone and welcome to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Let's Play of Thief, the Dark Project. Thief, the Dark Project is a game by Looking Glass Studios, as you may have saw during the intro and up here. They made Thief as well as Thief 2. You may also know that they made, or noticed, no, that they made System Shock 2. Now, System Shock 2 uses the Dark Engine, is what it's called. It was actually made for Thief, the Dark Project, and then upgraded for Thief 2, and then ported to use for System Shock 2. Shortly after that was made, Looking Glass Studios did go out of business, but thanks to the great and wonderful modding community over at ttlg.com or through the Looking Glass, Thief has been updated and patched and made available for everyone to be able to play on modern-day Windows machines in high definition and everything else. Of course, as most of you may already know, you can buy Thief and Thief 2 on Steam, which is actually what this copy is. It is an upgraded, modded version of the Thief Gold that is available on Steam. So just so you guys know, that is available. So if you're looking at this going, oh man, I wish I could play that, you can. And you can play the original copy, or of course you can play Thief Gold. Now, I don't want to waste your guys' time here on the front end talking about the game. We will discuss the game as we go through it, because there's going to be a lot of times where we're hiding in dark places waiting for people to go by. It may sound boring, but it's actually really intense, believe me. So actually, without waiting too long, let's go ahead and get going. Now, some things about the game. Difficulty, normal, hard, and expert. I will explain what those mean later, but all you need to know now is I will be playing on expert. I always play on expert. Expert is awesome, and you will see why, and I will show you why when it comes up later, but for now we're just going to keep it on expert. Now, normally, as you guys know, I would skip any training or tutorials for games I played already. However, in a rare occurrence, Thief actually has some story in their training area. Not a lot, but just enough to where I actually will be going through the training area just to show it to you guys, so you guys have all of the story of Thief rather than just, you know, what comes after. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So we'll start our training.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man.
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone.
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
Alright, so here's our intro to the mission screen. This gives us our objectives and the title of our mission, as well as our difficulty choice. Of course, right now, changing the difficulty, which you can do for every mission, which is awesome, doesn't actually change anything on this screen right now, so I'll have to demonstrate that to you guys later. We also don't get our loadout screen in this one because it is just a tutorial, but we'll just jump right in.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Alright, so this is our heads-up display. It's very simplistic. You have the jewel. It's called a jewel. It actually looked more like a vial to me, but it's a jewel at the very bottom in the center. That gives us our light indicator. It tells us how visible we are. When it's just like straight black like that, we are invisible. As we move into the light, it lights up, and the yellow indicator on the right means most likely visible if someone's paying attention. Red, of course, means you are visible to anyone who's even looking in your general direction. To the left of that, of course, is the little shields. Those little shields, I think they're shields. They look like shields, like little cross shields. I've always considered them shields. Anyway, that's our health, which right now is like maxed out. Our health is like super maximum. Our health is easy mode maximum. Cut those down by 1/3, and that's our expert level health. I don't know why it doesn't change in the tutorial, but it doesn't. We're just going to keep moving here. Oh, before we continue, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the videos. The videos are for and in-capped, or they're in-capped on the missions. So you can, Garrett gives you a little speech, and then you see some really awesome animations, of course, as you already saw, and you get a little bit more of the story. But it plays at 14 frames per second. Now, to me, it looks 100%, but I've seen previous recordings of it, and it's a little jumpy to you guys, and I do apologize for that. So know that if you buy this game, it works 100% even when it's not modded. Just so you know, modding it just makes it a million times better.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
Not hard. Now, everything just went really, really dark. I have upped the gamma, something I don't normally do in games, and I'm going to up the gamma when I do the encoding, so it's going to have like double gamma because YouTube does horrible things to dark videos. So Thief is a very, very, very dark game, but hopefully I have upped the gamma enough to where you guys can see it about the same level at which I'm seeing it. If not, then at least the level that you're supposed to see it. If anyone has any problems seeing it, please go ahead and leave that in the comments and say, hey, KB, I can't see it, it's too dark, can you lighten it up? I'll of course review it as well and see what I can see, but everyone's different, so if anyone has a really hard time seeing it, tell me, absolutely.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Good. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
Now this is where Thief excels, it really does. The AI, now this guy's AI is just basically, can I hear you? Everything else is pointless. But the AI in this game is one of the most hardcore AI ever. And where I'm walking on carpet and feeling pretty safe, if I were to take one step on that metal plate, it would be extremely loud. As you can see, I can run on the carpet, and you also have the ability to walk very slowly. Even walking this slowly on that metal grate can get you caught. So you'd have to duck and then walk super epic slow. And this makes it hard. You can't like run up behind someone and smash them in the back of the head and win. You actually have to be like creep, 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 or hide in a corner or something. It's very strategic. So totally awesome. We're going to sneak by and say hi to this guy.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
Now, of course, I could have crept really
Beyond
slow
this
across the
door is
plate.
a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
But that's basically pointless, as you can run across the carpet. Yeah, Thief is one of those games. Thief is actually considered one of the best stealth games ever made, and it's also considered one of the hardest stealth games ever made. Even Thief 2, by comparison, is kind of a joke in comparison to how hardcore this game is.
Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword, and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets.
Yay!
Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword.
Now, just so you guys know, I want to tell you a little bit about the things I changed. I turned off auto loot on bodies, and the reason for that is because in order to finance your next mission, your loadout screen for your next mission, it calculates how much money or goods you've stolen from the previous mission. Which is great, except that if you miss something, like a pouch off of a guard or something, you could lose out on a little bit of money. And with auto loot, every time you click on a guard, it picks his pockets automatically, and then you can like pick up the body and move it. Well, I've turned that off so that I can pick up a body, but in order to loot, I actually have to steal the loot specifically. The other thing is this bow zoom. Now, some people may consider the bow zoom a little bit off, except I use the bow as a tool, not as a killing weapon, and I've shot bows before, and in actuality, if you do hold it and concentrate, you do kind of mentally zoom in on your target, so, you know, it's not really unrealistic.
Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job. You're ready for a live opponent.
Bye-bye.
To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area.
Alright, so once again, here is what our enemies look like. You guys may not think he's super epic in comparison to modern day enemies, but it's not his body we're worried about. It's that psychotic brain he's got in his head. Come on, buddy, bring it. Ow. Yeah, he doesn't hurt me, luckily. Oop, I don't want to shoot you with a bow, sir. He doesn't hurt me, luckily, but I'm not very good at this whole combat thing, and I've never been good at dodging. Or not dodging, but blocking. And apparently I'm not really good at that either. Let's do... what did I do with my sword? Ah! Yeah,
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you're done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table.
Oh, I'd be so rude, wouldn't I? Nah, I won't do it. Anyway, yeah, my switch weapons keys are right next to my backup keys.
Would you
so
care
I
for
switch
some
weapons.
refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table. Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door. The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
Yay! Alright, so that's the other part of our HUD would be our weapons pop up on the left and our items pop up on the right, and that's really about it. I don't know if we have access to our map now. I'm going to hit map and take a look. Oh, we do. So this is what maps look like in this game, and this one's actually very detailed because I know this place and it's a safe place. This is not as this map right here is basically as detailed as it gets. So like this area, it says I'm in here somewhere. I'm in the courtyard somewhere. Now, since I was in the library and then the training halls and then the other training hall, I can assume that this was where I just was. And then I'm heading out to the courtyard. No, I was just in the courtyard because that's where I was shooting the arrow. So I go from the courtyard and then down this to the obstacle course. So that's actually how you have to map out. And there's more stuff that can be added to the map. Like guard locations and stuff get marked in as you play the game, which is totally awesome. And of course you have your objectives, which we don't really care about. But I love these maps. These maps are so epic because they're so simplistic and because they're like actual maps that you would find or that you would build yourself after you scouted a place.
Now you will learn new movement skills.
Oh,
First,
really?
climb the rope by jumping onto it.
Hup.
Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream.
Now, as I'd mentioned, the modding community has made this game much better than it originally was. So if some of you own this game on Steam already, or if you've owned the game and you're like, wait, that water doesn't look like my water, KB. Well, the reason why is because the Thief 1 was in the Thief, or in the Dark Engine. Thief 2 was upgraded using the upgraded version of the Dark Engine, and then System Shock 2 used the upgraded version of the Dark Engine as well. The modding community was cool enough to go out and actually upgrade Thief 1 to run in the Thief 2 Dark Engine. So things like this skybox is a much higher detailed skybox than what you'd normally see in Thief. And then the water, of course, is much higher detailed than you normally see in Thief. So we get some bonuses there. Textures and everything else are a little bit better and have been scaled because the screen is actually at 16 by 9. It's 1600 by 900, which isn't maximum. It can go to 1920 by 1080. I just prefer 16 by 9. So because of that, and no, it's not. I'm not talking aspect ratio. I mean 1600 by 900 pixels is what I like. So yeah, these are really done well. The modding community is epic. And once again, it's ttlg.com.
This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job.
Yay.
I'm most pleased with your progress.
Well, that's nice.
You have passed the last test for today.
Woot.
If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, You may return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
Alright, so that's our training. Now, the reason for the training is for what's about to come and for the video at the beginning. All the stuff in the middle is just basically standard tutorial.
The Keepers were training me to be one of them, but I found other uses for those skills.
So that's actually how you make money in the game. If you notice I have 50 worth of goods, you make money by stealing it. That's how you make money in the game. That's how you make income, is you steal it. Well, normally I wouldn't continue at this point, but well, the first mission is the first mission. So I know it's been a very, very, very short video. I know that for a fact. It's been a short video, but I also know that the first level is really, 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 really long. So I'm wondering how much we should do, because I won't be able to do mission by mission. I know that, because a mission can be like an hour long on its own. I kind of wanted to do them all at once, but you know what? There's more stuff to talk about, so we'll continue here. Oh, we also have our stats at the end. So the total time was 10 minutes, 12 seconds, which, you know, like I said, short video. Total time is 10 minutes, 12 seconds, and then other stuff would be listed here as needed, but we'll discuss that in the next mission, at the end of the next mission, whenever we get to it. So let's go ahead and continue. We're going to get another video, another little description. This one's going to be a little bit long. And another thing about the videos, if you notice, there is text, and usually I read text to you guys, and I will be reading like parchment text and book text to you guys, which I don't know if you like that or not, but I will be doing it one way or the other. No one's complained so far, so. But for video text, I will not be reading video text. I won't. The videos are too awesome, and the text is too deep, I think. It holds a very special place for me, and I don't think I can do that text justice. So because of that, I won't be reading video text. So the videos are just going to be silent. But let's just go ahead and continue. We'll get into the next mission, and then we'll see how far we can get into there before we cut. So let's go ahead and go.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat nobleman's priceless trinket, and leave quietly. Lord Bafford is out of town, and rumor has it that the captain of his house guard went with him as a bodyguard. The time is ripe for a bit of burglary. The front gate of Lord Bafford's manor is always guarded, and the main street is far too exposed. But Cuddy tells me there's a better way in, around to the side, more out of the way. One guard, and likely no witnesses to complicate matters. The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter, silver, jewels, the usual adornments. It should command a high price. Bafford, like most of his kind, probably keeps his treasures on the top floor of the place, close to his heart, and far from his servants. No point in waiting. I have Cuddy's old sketches of the place, and everyone who's going to be asleep inside already is. It's time to begin.
Alright, now, so let us begin, I guess, but if you take a look at the screen, look at this. Now, and you guys can probably pause and read this, but before we do that, look at that. That's normal mode. Sneak into Lord Bafford's manor and case the place. The well house in the back is your best bet. If you can get the key from the guard, blackjacking or pickpocketing him would be quietest. Find Lord Bafford's prized jeweled scepter and redistribute it to yourself. Try to do it without causing too much commotion. Now, once you're done with this, you're basically done. You're done with the mission. Done. You get inside, get the scepter, you're done. Well, let's crank it up a notch. No, hard mode. So we have the first two that we had to do. Now we have an additional one. In addition to pinching the scepter, steal 350 worth of valuables while you're in the manor. Okay. Don't kill any of the servants, they're harmless. Alright. Once you've achieved your other objectives, get out of the manor house and back to the city streets. So now, instead of just stealing this, we also have to steal this, not kill any of the servants, i.e. anyone who's unarmed, and then we actually have to leave the mansion. There are so many stealth games that really upset me because you can basically screw up so bad going in, but as long as you get to your objective room, there's a cutscene, and then as soon as the cutscene's over, mission complete, and then you end up back in your safe house or wherever you're supposed to go. Alpha Protocol is actually like that, where as soon as you get to your objective done, there's really, you don't have to get out, you're just done. Because of that, this is really awesome that they added this. So if you screw up and you run into a room and people are hunting you down, you still have to get out of the mansion. You can't just, you know, get in and then be done. It's totally awesome that this one objective can actually extend the life of the game and the difficulty level. But this isn't even a max difficulty. Check it out. Boom, one more. Now we have all this, but instead of 350, we're now up to 700 worth of valuables. Now we can't kill anyone while I do the job. No servants, no guards, no pets, no one. Now, there is an exception to this in this level. I will show it to you when we get there, but there is an exception to this. It does say no pets, which causes a little bit of confusion, but there is an exception. So once you've achieved your other objectives, get out of the manor. So this is Expert. Expert is all these objectives, which is just wonderful. It's epic. So we're going to continue, and we're going to do our loading screens, and then we get to our store. We have our store here. Now, cash is 350. Now, normally it'd be 300, but since I did the training mission and I stole that little cup that's worth 50, I get an extra 50, which is great. So what we're going to do is we're going to get water arrows, excuse me. The water arrow does not do any damage, but it douses torches and other burning objects. Very important. You can never have enough of these. You buy all of them. Always buy all of them. Broadhead arrows. This is a sharp arrow. And then healing potion. This potion restores lost health. Now this is a healing potion I think I got during the training, but I'm not sure. It may be standard equipment. We also have our blackjack for knocking people unconscious, our sword, and some broadhead arrows. Now, I don't usually buy healing potions because apart from falling and the occasional oops, I got caught a little bit, they're not really useful. And this is not the max of everything you will get. As we continue, there will be more stuff in here that will be unlocked. We can also review our briefing and review our mission goals, but we don't have to. You can clear this item purchased if you want, but I'm not sure if that clears this or this, but it doesn't matter. We've purchased four water arrows. You can never have enough water arrows. We're just going to jump right into the mission, so we play mission. And here we are. So let's take a look at our map really quick, because I love our map. So this, like I said, this is like the most detailed the map's ever going to be. Like the other one had like more route details. This one's like, if you notice, it's missing some walls. But this one actually has actual spying details, like I see stuff. So you have Bafford Mansion, first floor. Watch for interior patrols, heavily guarded, XXXXX. Do not try frontal assault. Arrow cache pickup en route. Yay, so there's an arrow cache there. We're actually at the front entrance, hence why this is blue. To second floor, exit to street, question mark. Not even sure if that's where the exit to the street is. It's just, I think that's where it's at. Interior courtyard, there's a pool in there. One guard by the well, basement entrance. Well leads to basement via waterway. Wonderful. And then we have the second floor, and the second floor is just like, I don't even know. It's like throne room, scepter, question mark. I have no idea if it's there. So yeah, you don't get a little heads-up display that says, what you're looking for is right up there. Here's a little thing on it all the time. Everywhere you look, you can just look at it and there. No, you have to find it. You actually have to find it. It's totally awesome. Also, within the game, there are going to be times when I pause so we can listen to people talk. Since we're out on the street right now, we're not considered a threat, so no one will like attack us or anything. We're going to head over here and listen to these guys talk for a second.
Hey, I'm going to the bear pits tomorrow. You want to come with?
Couldn't pay me enough.
What? You soft belly. The bears have got these new muzzles with underslung cheek spikes. Last time I was there was a real eye gouging.
Nah. It makes me sick. When I was a kid...
Huh. Surprised you're even in this job. Ooh, the blood, it just turns my poor tummy.
Shut up, you taffer. You want blood? You should have been there years ago. Tell you, the bears then, they were something to see. Those bears, they didn't need no cheek spikes and razor collars and paw hooks and all that knifery you straps to them now.
bump into each other?
Huh? Nah. The bears back then, they had claws as long as your finger, and wicked teeth.
Bears? You're toughing me. They look pretty mangy harmless, long as they're not wearing harness.
That's why I can't stand the pits now. You don't know what you missed. They just don't make bears like they used to.
Whoa! Killer bears! Would have liked to see that.
So that is a standard conversation.
A few too many to try to get by here.
I know, Garrett. So that's a pretty standard conversation between guards. They're not the brightest in the world, but the conversations are absolutely hilarious. You know what? I looked up in that window. Did I see a person up there? Oh, no, it's just some books and stuff. So yeah, there's actually, like, they're not real interior locations. They're just faked interior locations. But there's actual interior locations on the map if you happen to look. There's a little bit of steampunk-ishness. Like, if you notice, you have the magical ball up there at the light, and it's an electric light, and then you have this little ticker here that's apparently at negative 30 degrees pressure, or negative 30 pressure. It's not really prevalent in the game too much in Thief, but it's there. And it's actually part of what makes this city so wonderful, is because the city is layered upon layer upon layer of older cities. And, like, this is like the newfangled city coming through, I guess you can say. Alright, we're gonna head... Nope, I missed it. I missed the arrow cache. I always walk by it. It's right here. There it is. So another water arrow and a broadhead arrow is what we got out of that, but I'll take all the water arrows I can get. And as I said before, if you look down in the bottom left and you see our health bar there, our little shields, we're missing quite a bit. Now we have this right here where we could go down if we wanted to. I'm not a huge fan of it, and there's nothing down there in the sewers right now, so we can actually just walk up where we need to go without going through the sewers, but going through the sewers is kind of a sneaky way to go if you want. Now, there's a guard canoe be coming around this corner. He sees me no matter what because we're out in, like, the street. So it's like, I'm not hiding here. No. He usually says good evening, but apparently this time he's not going to. I'm not going to knock him unconscious. I have very little reason to. Alright. Now this guy...
Only one guard. Still, it'd be nice to get the drop on him.
Yeah, he's very, 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 very drunk. So we're going to stay kind of ducked down a little bit. Now, if we're too loud, he will hear us. He will actually hear us and he'll stop being drunk, which is unfortunate. But I guess if you're enjoying yourself... I kind of want to... Yeah, there he is. Gotta wait for his buddy to patrol back. So yeah, this sky is from the upgraded Dark Engine. A very pretty sky. You don't really see it much in Thief 1, which I guess is okay. Thief 1's not really an exterior location, which I guess is why they didn't care so much about the skybox in it. But, they did add it, and it does look pretty when it's here. Alright. So here we go.
Hey there, friend. What's with the crazy getup?
Could you possibly be any more helpful?
Oop. Sorry about that, guys. My mouse does that sometimes. So yeah, I just stole the guy's key. Now I gotta get in here really quick before his buddy comes back and sees me. Yeah, see, they'll see you like that, but it really doesn't matter because they're like the easiest guards to get by. But if you do upset them, if you do get behind him or get in here and he hears you, he can go all like batty at you. Oh, going down. Oof. Whew, that was a long fall. See, now if you notice, we have a little air bubbles down there, so we can't stay underwater indefinitely. Which is fine, I suppose. I think this is the wrong way. Yeah, it's the wrong way. I went the wrong way. So there is quite a bit of swimming. Well, I don't know if it's quite a bit of swimming, but you do spend a little bit of time underwater. We'll just say that. Alright, we're going to head this way. Because now we're in the sewers and the waterway. Not sure what that is. I think it's drainage from, like, bathtubs or possibly toilets. Ew. But we have a secret area. Wow, we're gonna go see the secret area. Now this, when I said that, when it says you can kill no pets, it says you can't kill pets, and I said there was an exception. This is the exception, and it's hard to realize that this is an exception, but if you look, spidoos, we got some spidoos. Spiders are the exception because they're not really pets, and they are part of the game. Stay over there, uglies. I hate spiders. They're just hard to kill once they get in your face. But they are part of the game, but they're not considered pets or animals or anything like that. So you can kill them without Oh crap, he heard me. And he will kill me if I'm not careful. Yeah. Into the water! The reason I did that is because spiders will actually kill you. Because they are poisonous, so they will poison you a little bit and then kill you that way. So you have to be super cautious. Yeah! Now I missed one of these guys, I think. Yeah, and when you miss a spider, when you miss somebody and your arrow hits something soft, like this is dirt, you can retrieve your arrow, which is totally awesome. So we're gonna grab this.
Since I'm in here, I might as well pick up something for myself.
So that's our first treasure. We got 100 gold. Yay, in the form of a ring. Why it's down here, I have no idea, but we got 100 gold in the form of a ring. So that's like the only time I would ever use my my bow or my sword is when I'm up against non-human people. And there's a few times that you are up against non-human people, but we will get to that as we continue the game. For now, we have to steal Lord Bafford's scepter, along with 700 loots and a bunch of other stuff. So let's go ahead and go, 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 go. Now, I'm going to do my best not to screw this up for everybody, just so you know. But I'm not perfect, and this game is hard. This game is hard. So if I die, we are going to save often, but if I die, know that we'll just reload and we'll try it again. So I'm not going to go for a perfect 100% run. If you guys want to try to do that on expert mode, feel free. If I get lucky and do it on expert mode, I'm going to feel awesome, but I'm not going to be like, oh my god. Now, I gotta remember what the save key is. Ah, there it is. Alt-S is save. So we have saved our game, and because of that, I think we're going to pause here now that we're just outside Lord Bafford's Manor. Because, of course, there's a giant hole in the basement no one ever bothered to fix, and then I don't even know what this is all about. But at least it's semi-realistic. You know, you have erosion, and then the wall caves in, and no one bothers to come down and fix it. You know, it's like, oh, whatever, who cares who's going to come in there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause here before we continue inside Lord Bafford's Manor, and that's where all the super exciting stuff starts to happen. So I know this video may be a little bit slow, but it is a good introduction. And, you know, just to let you guys know what we're going to be let's playing, it is, of course, Thief. Thief Gold, or as I know it, Thief the Dark Project. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Play of Thief Gold. And I will see you guys next video.